All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending upon who say you they get we from. Fambule don't come today as well with another edition of Salon Issues. Fambulem, and again, people that will be joined we on Monday, where we beget one of the Salone previous administration Agbagba. I want to say boku thank you to now always join this previous Monday broadcast, and want to say particular thank you to we own brother brother Abdullah Beete and Fambulem. Mr. Beete, we don't talk, and he say he go like for do a part 2 of the interview day, and we'll talk about boku other things them. And the interview day we set them for now. If at all anything change, we go make una know. But for right now, the second part day, when a part 2 of that particular interview day, we go bring them to una live. And VOS, it will be on Monday, 7 p.m. So, but for today, certain things then they way boku people don't talk about where it come to the food situation na Salone. So a report come out where na WFP, where na the World Food Program, then get assessment, and part of that assessment day, you get the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry, and you get Statistics Sierra Leone, and then you get the World Food Program. We join them together for put the technical method we then we use for conduct this study or this assessment. So we then done then findings the Salone people their findings then they're not really be good. But I don't want to talk plenty because one thing where I really want for appeal to my Salone brothers and sisters them now this one. Say some of the issues here are not really supposed for matter whose party you they support. Because remember where somebody hungry, it don't matter whose party, if hardship there in the country, it don't meet any kind of person, it don't meet anybody. Regardless of whose party you support, whose tribe you be, whose region you come off from. So now that same way I want for we look at this program tonight. So fumble them, the first thing way I go do, because like I say, I don't want for let people begin think say, oh, I they exaggerate something, and as how people usually can they accuse we yeah. But we they try for put Salone first. And how we go put Salone first? Now by giving the story or the issues them as we see them. And a thing way go benefit the average Salone person. And we care a lot more about the average Salone person because when I remember, this na Voice of Salone network. Everybody in voice matter. So with me, we will try for talk about this particular report. So for the people away tuning for the first time, me na Abdul Karim Kagbo, the founder and CEO of VOS Network. And again, the topic we want for Motba, a topic where it gets for do with an assessment where the World Food Program make about the security, the food security na Salone. And waiting them fan from that assessment, from the report where they write, now great concern to every Sierra Leonean, regardless of who that you be, regardless of whose party they support. As long as you're not Sierra Leonean, this is not something where if we really concern you, and at that make we really want for let people look at that way. So Fambulem, let us not talk too much. Let us go straight to the report because again we want to keep this program really short. I know want for let we go beyond the 2 hour mark. So I go read the report and slowly, and then I open the phone lines. So where I open the phone lines, people can call and then we rub mouth by this particular issue tonight. Because again, like how did they say? Salon man business, now all man business, and all the people that we care about salon, they need for think about the story. We need for care about the story tonight, Fambulem. So before I go to the program proper, where will be the topic for tonight, as we can always do now, and I know say we love we people them, we salon people them. So now that make the people that we don't join, we want for recognize them. And I want for say particular thank you to them people here. And on a member, we always they appreciate who people them. We always can join we at this platform. So let us begin first for tell people them I do, and that also would be a big fambul them. Let we all able rub mouth for let we all able rub mouth by this issue. I go encourage you now for let una share this program so other people them, other Sierra Leoneans then go come and rub mouth by this talk here. Because this na ABAB talk where me one not sufficient for talk about let we make like a discussion fambul them. So again, let we start by recognizing with Fambulem, with US family. So one for say boku thank you to with sister Agnes Ulema to Bangura. Thank you so much for where you join we. And Shabre Kamara, thank you so much. You say hello VOS from UK. Bristol, thank you so much for where you join me from UK. And one for say boku thank you to Nancy Bankole Gibson. Thank you so much, Sister Nancy, for where you always join we. And indeed, you always they follow VOS. And thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity there where you they able for give and listen to we where we they talk about things the way they go on na Mama Salon. And one for say boku thank you to also Masie Kamara and Masie Sister Masie, thank you so much because Yusef na another family member, and as you say you they join we now so frequently, and thank you so much for that. One for say to we own once in a while when I go hear this, I go refer to some people as we own. We na Madam Jerifa Ba, thank you so much, Sister Jerifa, for we join we. And we own brother we na linesman duty mama, thank you so much. And another brother we na Musa Kagbo, thank you for we join we. And we own Almira Wilson, thank you so much for where you join me tonight. And I want to say again particular thank you to Philip Facondo. Thank you so much. And he say you are not objective in all your analysis. Always talk about negative issues of the present government. All right, well, if that's not your assessment, I don't know if you feel say for talk about food business in the country, then they are negative something and something we not important. So my brother Philip, I want to let you know say na VOS where they talk about things them where they affect the ordinary person. And when they come here and praise them where we see say, you know what? And they really resonate with the average person. So food, regardless of who you be, whether you poor or rich, if the food situation they deteriorate in the country, hey boy, my brother, how you go say that in something we not important? How you go say that in a negative thing? So let we not talk about them at all. And remember, and that make I go show una the people and we put this report together, because you use the word objective. So the objectivity of the process, the methodology, I should say, not only you for question if the methodology is objective or not. So the story, again, you're not Sierra Leonean, your voice matter. And some people can go agree with you, some people can go disagree with you, and absolutely, but guess what? You're welcome to VOS, my brother. So stay tight. Probably when I read the report, you go think twice and say, yes, now very important topic for what we talk about tonight. So I don't care about the administration as much as I care about the people of Sierra Leone. I want everybody make it clear to everybody, whether you're not APCO, SLPPO, C4CO, NGCO, whatever party you belong, Abdul Karim care about the average Sierra Leonean, because they not get voice, they're not able to speak up. And we they do that. VOS now the place where we they sound off for the voiceless. Now voice for the voiceless. But thank you so much, Brother Philip, where you express your concern, and that concern they well taken. And I want to say boku thank you to Leone. It's a good evening, and thank you so much for you joining we. And what for say again, boku thank you to we sister Martha Bangura. Thank you so much, Sister Martha. And Leo de Leon say it join we from Germany, and thank you so much for you join we. And we get another brother, we na brother Mohammed Dauda Kamara. Thank you. He say hello, one of your journalists in McKinney. All right, well, thank you so much, Brother Mohammed, for where you join with tonight. And Fambul also, this na another patriotic Sierra Leonean we want for say welcome to. And this na nobody but Sister Matilda J. Cole. Thank you so much for where you join with. And he said, we have had for shortage in Sierra Leone since I was a girl, represented Sierra Leone at the World Food Summit in 1996 in Italy, and we worked so hard to get things going in terms of food self-sufficiency. But hey, absolutely, we know very well say na struggle, and yes, everybody will agree say na struggle, but that not necessarily means say we not for talk about them. So we need for talk about them and let the politicians then know very, very well. Say them get a lot yet for do. Not to something where then go quickly and try for hit home run. No, and say, oh, we're successful, we don't succeed in XYZ. No. This now the key. A very, very important, and of course I'm not going to emphasize that enough. But a very important, and fambul them, one for say again, boku thank you to we own brother, brother Richard Gauger. He said, Mr. CEO, this administration is concerned about food security and what almost all of the senior officials are now engaged in some sort of farming. Absolutely. Until then, 10 day, let we continue for remind them, say it's very, very important. Otherwise, then go take things for granted. So it's essential for they remind them. And Brother Richard continue for say, things will definitely change in the near future. Absolutely. We wish for that. And that bylaw, sorry, their git, sorry if I mispronounce your name, you say thanks very much, thank you too. And we own brother when Yusuf Abdullah Marat, thank you so much. And he said that's the right thing. We have to know as a Sierra Leonean, if we don't have humanity for the poor, our dreams and aims for moving forward to continue to be poor 100%. Well, I believe say we brought out a time for emphasize how important this message be. So fambul them again, I want to say boku thank you to the people that we don't join we, and again this not to Abdul Karim writer. This now message we come out from WFP, we're in a World Food Program. And we all know, say, to some extent, whether you believe it or not, we expect them for be neutral and for be balanced in terms of the report. And again, Fambulem, I want to follow and pay particular attention to the methodology. The people that were involved in putting together this report. Because if we able for understand that very well, guess what? We go able for appreciate waiting the work we then do, and for like they're able to help the government for understand the position where the country they currently, because we need for talk about the current conditions. Otherwise, people then go see we as not connecting with the people of Sierra Leone. So Fambulem, let us show una the report. And this now the report, and as una see the logo them, statistics Sierra Leone, and you get the Sierra Leone government, and you get in fact WFP, and this I believe say in Japan. So they do a huge swamp, and the figure, lowland irrigation structure damaged by heavy rainfall, rolling Mafoki Chiefdom, Potloko district. So the picture, and one for say Boku thank you to Sulaiman Koka for the WFP. So the time where they conduct this study now be August 2019, so about 2 months ago, and they released the findings of the report inside September. Now they released the report last month. So fumble them, let me go down to the report. So I go slowly read them, because as I say, I want to make sure say where we read them, people are able to understand what they go on in a better way. And again, they are big. I know all the people that feel saying Abdul Karim write no, not to Abdul Karim write this. So Abdul Karim just they bring awareness to the people of SALONE. So according to this report, it's an overview of food security situation in Sierra Leone, August 2019, food security monitoring system. So my brother, they sort of give that comment. But let me take them this way. If they not do their assessments, then how we will know if at all we food sufficient or not? So they need for do the assessment, and after they don't do the assessment, what do you expect? You expect say they not for share them? They not for make the public know about the assessments there? I don't think so. But anyway, let me go to the report, Ifambulem. And according to this report, it said in August, that I read for una the methodology, how then go about for do this report. In August 2019, the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry, MAF, Statistics Sierra Leone, Stats SL, and the Food and Nutrition Directorate, FND, of the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, with technically support from the United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, undertook a food security monitoring system, that's FSMS, exercise. The purpose of the FSMS was to find out the status of food insecurity during the lean season. The national FSMS collected food security data for every district. So now get that? Every district, not to just decide where you go say, now Health SLPP stronghold or APC stronghold, every district. The FSMS, August 2019, targeted a total of 252 enumeration areas using the 2018 Sentinel sites across 14 districts, using the 2004 sampling frame of Stats Sierra Leone. Out of a planned 3,024 and 24 household interviews, the FSMS interviewed 2,934 households, representing a 97% response rate. Let us pause now and explain small. So, fumble them. Now, boku people them go want for be tempted for question the methodology. But the first paragraph will describe how they go about for do the interview. It make can clear say the technical support, the technical aspect of the process. The World Food Program, and we all know say they get boku qualified people them, and we all go agree say them people and they're supposed to be unbiased. And where una see, they use several departments them from the current administration. So then departments then they be part of this process. So for say some time, oh, then just want for undermine the credibility or whatever talking point, plenty supporters then can make. And that's definitely unfair to the average person where they struggle that our country day. So we need for all the people responsible for make things better that our country day. We need for all them accountable. And at the same time, let we be honest to ourselves, me people them. Yes, some of we able get small as they say na Creole for send to young people them. Probably we young people there, we immediate people who they send then small money than they too. Then better off. But then people where you get boku other people them where they not get that kind help where we they give we young people them. So that means we not care about them? The answer is absolutely no. We care about them. So now that make we want for bring this to the attention of every loving Sierra Leonean. For no say thinks them they're not too rosy. They're not even rosy. Like not say too rosy. They're not rosy in the country. So, but let I probably pause on the analysis there. But when you look at the number where they interview, of them people and they 97% of them give answer, they respond to the survey. So meaning that the survey turnout is very high, the response rate, extremely high. Where boku survey them, they can be within them, maybe 70-75% of people away they contact for return the answers them. But this 97% of the people that were in contact, where they interview, responded. So this again for strengthen the credibility of this process, me fumble them. So let me continue with the report, and I'm going to break in between for clarify certain areas then, because not are we all be able for read and at once understand that make at a break small for let people are able that average Sierra Leonean we probably they not have in a village where somebody by data they listen to we for no say yes indeed we care about them as well, and I make with a broke them down and make them understand and we not even speak English na this a platform for let them people and they fully understand what who they say. So Famulem it continue really for talk about the percentage as I stopped there. It said data was digitally collected between 7th to 20th August 2019 by a team of 85 enumerators and supervisors from MAF, STAT, SALONE, FND, and the WFP staff using the Open Data Kit platform. And people are familiar with statistics, they're going to know what that clearly mean. Fambulem. So they continue for talk about now, say, after downloading, cleaning and analyzing, data was presented on 16th September to a team comprised of statisticians from the ministries them, as we say, the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry and Statistics, SALONE, and also FND, and then the WFP as well. So for they're able to go through and use their ability, their skill set, and try for what they call cross-check. They call them by English validate. So then carry everything, when they don't do everything, for let them people and they really go through the data, the analysis, and for say yes, all the way where they analyze them, it meet their standard. Because remember, this is now very sensitive information. So if they're not doing it right, it will be very misleading, and it will even make it difficult for the government prioritize in your way they handle things them. So as a result, it's very, very important now for let them get them right. So now let we go to the findings. So we don't basically put together for let unable fully understand the concept now, the methodology, how then do them. That we don't set the stage for. And again, for Leona know very well say, this not the way the current administration will say, oh, na APC people them, na APC propaganda, na this, na that. No, this one, we not get for blame APC. This one and the period, as una go see, the period where then make this, where then gather the data together. Now, period where President Bill fully in power. So we don't get for say again, oh, now APC collects the data, and as a result of that, then data then they kind of fidget them and stuff. No, let we not accept their excuses then they. Where issue then in the country, let we tackle their issues then they head on. But let we not continue for the push blames them around. So I just want for let we be mindful. Now let we go into the overall situation, how they assess the overall situation for we Naya Fambulem. So according to this report, Fambulem, within it talk about the findings. It said overall food security situation, that's not the subtitle there. It said overall the FSMS showed a deterioration of the food security situation since September 2018. The last data collection also during the lean season, with the total food insecure population increasing from 43.7% to 53.4%. So let us pause now and talk a little bit about the period, because it's very important though. So the period we then look at, then compare September of last year, when at 2018, and compare that last year result to this year result, where now September of 2019. So me fambulem now as recent as last month we then compare with. So September of 2000 and I'll put them back, and I go read that part there very slowly again. So where you look at say September, I go read them back slowly. Overall, the FSMS showed a deterioration. When I underline that word there, something were really not favorable, okay? A deterioration of the food security situation since September 2018. The last data collection also during the lean season, with the total food insecure population increasing from 43.7% to 53.4%. So that's a huge jump, Mifambule, close to 10%. So when you look, this implies that over half of the population of Sierra Leone, are not consuming a sufficiently nutritious diet to live a healthy life. Hey, Mifambule. With this kind of wording, that's something where we for hide, that's something where we for say, oh, you just they throw negative news or whatever against this administration. With this kind of statistics, that's something where we for put politics into. Over half of SALONE people them, they're not able to get sufficient food for say yes, then go live healthy life. Hey, but my brother or sister, if you really think SALONE force, put SALONE force, this kind message not troubling for you, And this now from the World Food Program. Let's continue for read. Me fambulem. I just want for like we able pick the key message now. And one of the key messages is definitely this. Says like food sufficiency. People and they struggle na SALONE. No question about that. And then compare as recent as September 2018. 1 year from that point today. The food issue don't deteriorate so much so that over half of the SALONE population, and this they not say money man them all, they not say poor man them all, they're all included, the population of SALONE, over half of the population, because we know say the population of SALONE now slightly over 7 million, and this now over 4 million of them people here. They basically need to eat enough food where they're able to live healthy. Me fumble them. So let me continue for read the report fumble them. So the report continues for say the August 2019 FSMS showed that 4.6%, that's 605 people of Sierra Leoneans are severely food insecure, an increase of 2.6% from September 2018. Increase of 2.6% from September 2018, just 1 year ago. The people where they really severely they suffer, they don't get sufficient food, severely don't increase from September of 2018 compared to September of 2019. That number they jump. So now then go tell we the reasons, some of the reasons behind this kind of food insecurity in Sierra Leone. According to the report say the headline or the subtopic there is National Macroeconomic and Climatic Context. The increase in food insecurity during the lean season, when local production is lower, households have depleted their food stocks and access is challenging due to poor infrastructure, demonstrates the current testing macroeconomic situation in Sierra Leone, characterized by high, main reasons there. So the reason why the current testing macroeconomic situation in Sierra Leone be tough, high inflation, increase in food prices, and reducing income generating opportunities. I go read that side back from Bulem. The increase in food insecurity during the lean season, when local production is lower, households have depleted their food stocks and access is challenging due to poor infrastructure, demonstrates the current testing macroeconomic situation in Sierra Leone, characterized by high inflation, increase in food prices, and reducing income generating opportunities. Considering the extreme poverty in Sierra Leone, with the average household spending most of their limited income on food, price increases have had a profound impact on the resilience of low-income, vulnerable households. This is reflected in the proportion of households spending over 65% of their income on food, increasing from 44.8% in September of 2018 to 56% in August 2019. So Fambulem, I should say this part of the report don't kind of sum them up for we. So in terms of the people them, where they spend 65% of their income, the money where they get, where they go drag per food, that number they don't increase. So meaning you get more people them now compared to the time where they compare with when September of 2018, the people them where they spend about over 65% of their money where they work per food. That number they don't increase. The last time we be checked that number there now be 44.8%. That's now September of 2018. And now, as recent as 2 months ago, inside August of 2019, me fumble them, that number they don't go up to 56%. Over half of the population. They spend over 65% of the money what they make. Remember, me fumble them, this now the people that we get job or where they make money. The people that will not get job, when they make money, what's they go say? So the one day where they make money, we get signed for the egg. Whether not sell, they sell or they work for government or other people them, but where they able to bring money, them people then the money where they bring, 65% of that money they go per food. And during the time where they compare to now, to the last term, where then we make this number, like make an out per plain Creole, that number there now be 44.8%. And now that number there, it don't pass where that number there, now 56%. So meaning more people than now, they spend plenty of the money where they work for buy food normal. So when you remember of the other things them, you get for pay other bills them, you get for pay transport for go work and come, and you get for maybe buy things there for you picking, the school, uniform and all that thing and day, shoes and stuff. So if you don't spend 65% of that money there just per food, 65% per food. So meaning you only get 35% for take care of if anybody sick, if anybody like picking them want for go lesson or whatever thing they want for do apart from the food for rent, for pay rent, all get for common now, but that 35% the rent money, if you not rent, you the rent. If you get yours now, well, alhamdulillah, but you still get for spend on other things them, not to food normal. So Fambulem, now I go take a quick commercial break and I go come back, open the phone line, let we talk about this. And again, as I can always remind people them that this program, let we not use politics for turn a blind eye to the wrong things the way they go on. Now we continue. We don't do that for too long. Now we say enough is enough. APC don't benefit from that. Yes, what to make I say them benefit from that? The time where APC be there, where plenty things them be they go wrong, social media not be there. Facebook, who stand Facebook begin do this kind of thing, they do so. This live broadcast, and not too long ago, you know, now as recent as probably 2-3 years ago. So during the now, I go say the last lap, and I go remind you now at one point where people can be sort of begin kind of galvanize and get used to social media. We know within former President Koroma say, and I go quote him. He says social media not to a constituency. So that's the tell we say during that time day. He not be even aware, say, social media very, very instrumental in fixing things in Sierra Leone. Because the people in SALONE, the journalists them, because of one reason or the other, that libel law, they're not able to speak up for ask tough questions, for analyze things them the way how we were not there in the country, we will analyze them things here. So as a result, I urge everybody My brothers and sisters, dear, this not for just be in a form of mamikos. No, if they cause the effect over things them way they affect the average people in a salon, waiting get for happen is we they make people they're not able to understand, waiting we they try for push across to them. And when they happen, the whole message they lost. And that make me for one, and this are the vow to una. I go accommodate anybody on this platform. As long as the person mindful say we need for respect each other. The respect for be mutual. You for agree or disagree with me, absolutely. But let we do them with respect. The same way how definitely I go teach una for do them with respect. If I disagree with any comment where somebody make, I go do them with respect. But again, let's go to the program. I mean the call, the comments them, and let we read within some of we brothers and sisters that don't write, within them think about this particular story, and after which we will take a quick break before we open the phone lines. So una call now, and then when we come back, una go be one of the first people them we go go reach the phone line directly. So let me go back to one for say boku thank you to we brother Abdullah say thank you so much for your join we, and brother Yusuf Abdullah Maria they say CEO sorry for the wrong write-up. I am chatting with someone while okay, absolutely, I understand. We all can do that though. Plenty time after we don't send something, then we realize a typo. So no worry much about that, my brother. And Joe Vandy, thank you so much. You say CEO for we join we. You say CEO of VOS. Why are you always talking about or discussing negative reports since the SLPP government came into power? You never discussed the IMF outgoing representative interview. She told Sierra Leoneans that the country is heading to the right direction. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so glad, my brother, when you talk about that. I do am deliberately for not spend so much time. If you check, when the IMF be put the report, when was it? And then you talk about this way you say the outgoing. And what did he say? That completely within short period, completely contradictory thing. When you read that report, we then publish about the situation in Sierra Leone. So again, me, not the kind somebody, I they listen to an interview, absolutely. But where I they do me analysis, I can always back them with facts. The numbers they need a lie. Where somebody says something, several things then can come into play. Either it can be diplomatic, because of that's not the nature of their job. Or maybe because of the interest. I want to let you know, say, plenty of the conditions them where they affect Africa and developing countries around the world. IMF responsible. Like give an example, okay? Who that they ask for lift the subsidies on petrol and rest? The IMF conditions. Then give them conditions, then they say we need for do that before they release any further loan. My brother, now immediately after where President Bill in administration lifts the subsidy for rest and petrol, now in things then begin go up. Skyrocketed. And before they come into power, I make them very clear. If you go back to my analysis, I say now that's now the first big challenge where President Bill get for face. If he do that, and not do them in a gradual way, take the system kind of sets in or absorb that shock day, it will be very, very damning to them. Yes, you can withdraw because I know say the explanation where they give say because government they spend too much. So they want for help the government balance the books. But if that's not the case, why you not cut down the number of workers, the number of ministers them? Why you not cut them then turn them down? But rather something where the average person depend on, better job now they, even the advanced countries them, they subsidize some part of agriculture, agricultural produce or products. They subsidize that. So, but they're not go able to confront any of them developed countries in the Canada, US, for example, because they don't rely on IMF for loan them. So now some of them things then we they urge with African leaders them. And one thing where President B.O.B. do at one, very recently, the United Nations, what did he say? He say they urge the Security Council for include African representation. Just imagine. So the African continent for being represented in the two additional permanent seats for Africans, African countries, and also 2 temporary. So remember, you they vow for that, for get more position, for get more louder voice. But yet you not vow, you not go hear any African leader step up and put say within this time frame we go they free of IMF loans. Then country there, America, they trust money, but you know how they trust them because of them debt. They make sure say that they service them well. And also, then give people, investors, confidence in the economy, that they go now the market and they sell treasury bond. And they take their money, then do what they want for do, then they pay interest after some during maturity. And then go don't do what they want. And you get boku people where even non-Americans, where they buy their security then because of it definitely they not get any reason or doubt say America go default. So now all that thing and day we need as Africans for let we galvanize ourselves, let we bring ourselves around the table and put strategies together. But rather no. So waiting, plenty of them they do now. Now that they push from IMF, then go now to China for go trust and mortgage with institutions them. Hey, me brother. So that thing where you talk about, say, oh, the IMF outgoing and stuff, read them well. Now something now I be not even write during my master's program. I write a semi-thesis on that. My brother, the IMF conditionalities, arguably, they, in fact, in my own assessment, it is stall economic growth now the continent. It really they do that. Because if you check for the people, I want to take a little bit of digression here. If you check the equation of current account, part of the equation now government spending. So where you are increased GDP, you get for increased government spending. And where you are stifle growth, okay? And depending upon how you they spend them, if you spend them per activities them where not forget that multiplier effect, my brother, we the first we say we they so much debt, and then we get for service that debt day, we don't get much wiggle room for stimulate the economy. And what's in our IMF recipe? Oh, cut down spending. Decide where they want for let you cut down. So you go always, they go after imported items. So we get a call. Let me take this call, and I will come back to a comment. But I'm glad in me, brother, way you remind me of that. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's in your name and who say they call from, please?
Yeah, Mr. Cabo, good evening. This is Almami Mansare, the call from Pennsylvania.
Hello? Yes.
Yes, Mr. Cabo, I said good evening. This is Almami, the call from Pennsylvania.
Wonderful. Hello, brother Almami. So go ahead, please. What's in your comment for tonight?
Yeah, I'm actually the topic in the talk about the World Food Program wants Sierra Leone or the concern about the food security in the country. Yeah, I think some people that we don't see this, they come when the aid begin cut to Sierra Leone. People then begin see this because before this time, when aid did a car, they get bulgur, that couscous, other things them. So people are not be they see the food security say, we know they produce, and this then they give it free. So nobody not be they see that. But now most of them aid then they will be the kind of emergency aid then they the bulgur, the oil, other things, they all don't seize. So now we don't begin eat what will they produce or what will they import so they pay for. So now we don't begin see this problem. Now food security don't become a problem. The three A's them where they determine a food security, when our food accessibility, food availability, and food affordability, we're not able to meet them now. So this is a very big problem with all the land that we get, with all the things today. With leaders, they're not able to sit down, get a structured thing, say, these 3 years, if an agriculture self last succeeding now, so that within the next 5 years, the people there will be food sufficient. I think the day they get a leader where go target something like that and produce a result in that, it will be very, 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 very good. But this is something very serious, and this is a national security issue. No wonder I watch a video where it show early morning, 5 a.m., immigration office don't flop, the streets all cover. Everybody they go take passports for play BV, when a brain drain, everybody want to come abroad. You know, these are all the issues. There is no food security is a problem. You will talk about the IMF conditionalities. That indeed, IMF conditionality now some of them things then they because and go tell you say not subsidize the agricultural sector. Now the money they must give them conditions. While America now they give big money for subsidize the agriculture and other Western countries then. But we then they give it conditions then because we kept taking money, misusing it, and we owe them, we not pay. So now the money, then they put them outside the money there. And now look what the leaders then they do. They still sit down, they think about all the issues here, send an internal solution. We need a homegrown solution to a problem. Quite recently, 2 days ago, they said the Russian government just get our all the African leader and say Russia-African Summit. What's enough for come for we resources them? This is not time for all we come together, sit down, begin send homegrown solutions them. That we cacao, all they produce and send, not only they determine the price of another world market. We all get a product that will not able to determine the price. But if we begin add value, we go start for begin make cocoa. It not go good for begin make coffee for chocolate. But as time goes on, we go perfect. All the country the way they import exports today, they start somewhere. It wasn't good, but they kept adding value to what they get so that they produce, they're able to feed themselves. So I think this now a wake-up call for make we all focus in agriculture seriously. The government really need to come with a plan how they will able to engage people into agriculture so we're able to feed ourselves. Now that's not one of my contributions, sir. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brother Masaila. We take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and where you call from, please?
This is Mustafa, they call from France.
Hello, Mr. Mustafa. Thank you so much for your call. And what's your take on this issue tonight, sir?
Okay, let's topic like this area of the IMF condition. You know, let God bless you now for the good work now. They do now only God will play now. We know say a lot of we not appreciate because the things they want to talk. If we now talk the right thing, we not favor one party, we 15 partisan business. But now God will pay now. And one thing, this is a new method of colonization we do on right now. You know, not to say the government are not able for pay, but the condition when they give the people, they give the government there. right now, it make the government the unpopular. People in people in the suffer back at home. Whatever, and the government then, they not can look at the population. They look at the people. They can don't make fake promise where they don't get money for come fulfill. Now when they come, they not get the money for go through the promises the way they don't promise people. What is they for do? And for dent the country image. Because when you take loan, when you need to pay, the country in a repetition they fuel, and lot of bad things they happen. You get a lot of bad things where they happen to me as the country, you know. So let God bless you no more. Me and my piece of contribution. Hello.
Yes, absolutely, my brother, and thank you so much. Let God bless you as well, because as Leonians, and I will go back to the comments then, because few people that don't really show say yes, we need for care about the poor people, the people that we not get. But thank you so much, my brother, for what you call and for your contribution. Let God bless you as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna say let God pay you, but I know say you mean the right way, no? So
Yeah.
not to that way where we sabi am na salo where you say let God pay you na negative way.
No.
All right. Well, thank you. Let God bless you, my brother. Okay, take care. All right, Fambulem, I want to go back to the comments. I will still go take a short break, but the comments them are really no one for pass some of the comments them, because I want to be fair to we all, and I want to say particular thank you to all the new people them, and I hope say brother Joe, you don't need for satisfy, but I don't give the reason why I say some of their interviews then I know they take too much, put too much premium on their interviews then because the facts, it can be different. The report we then give, I read that report there, and I be don't make a program, I be don't do a program we talk about that report there. And I go encourage you for go back. And I want to say boku thank you to his sister Matilda J. Cole. It said, people, please know that this report is the most recent and should be taken with all seriousness. Absolutely. This now as recent as September last month of 2019. So why we want to put politics now here? As recent as 2019 September. And people, they suffer. 53%, over half of the SALONE population, my brother, able and sisters them. So one for say boku thank you to again Bilo and Jalo, thank you so much for what you joined we. And brother Yusuf, yes, I know say you rewrite them, but thank you so much. And brother Richard, they say, when was the research done? They released them on 16th of September. So I sent us last month. And Leone, thank you so much. You say for what you join with. Mr. CEO, you are 100% right. We need also think about the poor. And Sister Matilda say they made sure the date speak to actual fact. Indeed. So the date, like, I don't need for argue over the current, how current it be. This is not to say now 1 year ago and stuff, now less than 2 months ago. And one for say boku thank you to Leone Janet Mathamusa, when at the UK manager. Thank you so much, Madam Janet, for we join we. And Leone Awana 2K Kamara, thank you so much, Sister Awana 2. And Sister Matilda, they continue for say, okay, when we are talking open data, possibility of error is very low, as only real information is used to convert into data and cross-analysis. Well, clearly, they send them to different departments, them, and also including Statistics Sierra Leone, we then get, of course, the head of Statistics Sierra Leone. We all know saying a brilliant man, and he get a wealth of experience for like a kind of I believe say he approve for letting go proceed for publish this report. So that they tell we say in terms of, and I be spend a little bit of time on the methodology, for let we see how they put together the report, how they collect the data, the process. I make sure say I go on slowly so we will understand, instead of as usual when reports come out, the first thing is then begin point on, oh na APC na SLPP na this. We need for stop that. People and they suffer na salon. So we need for address the issues here as a country, not so as a political party, but as a country. So we all get obligation to that country there for make sure say we sound off. The people and we get the responsibility for making decision we go affect in a better way, go improve the lives of Sierra Leoneans. We need for urge them, we need for remind them of their responsibilities, may fumble them. So I want to say boku thank you for that reminder, the Sister Matilda. And I want to say boku thank you also, as always, Brother Richard Gauja. He said, I hope they took into consideration the rainy season. Most of our people in the villages find it difficult to get food during this period. If the same research is carried out today, it will get a different outcome, in my opinion, as most of our people are now harvesting food. Excellent situation. But let I give the caveat. If you go back to the report, the same month last year, and that same period, then compare with this year. So not to like say, then go, then take one season when a low season and then take another season where high. Normally in statistics, where that thing and they happen, if you want to compare different seasons them, then get what they call seasonally adjustment. So you they adjust the data for factor the seasonal difference in one period versus the other. And brilliant people them, of course, they know say if you that's the way you they assess. So if not two different seasons, definitely then go adjust the data. And boku of we way they play around with data, you get boku computer models them where they do that for you. They call them seasonally adjustment. So that side, and I make I say, I'm so glad, a great point. But I don't want to let you worry too much. If that even happen, where it not happen in this case, but if that they even happen, they adjust the data for reflect the changes in the season. So I hope say that they kind of rest your concern. But clearly, then take September of last year, 2018, then compare them with September of this year. So I just want to let you know that. And the period, then show you the period where they start for call people and things like that. So I want to tell you, boku thank you for where you bring up that point today. Relevant point, and I hope say people are way they into statistics, then go definitely understand what I say about that seasonally adjustment method. And again, I want to say boku thank you to you, James Fofana. You said this administration has no good system set up. They're just telling lies and encouraging violence in the country. Shame on them. And Brother Gauja replied to you, and really though, let we sort of, and as I say, Brother James, you know, we don't do the beat up. Politics, to me, I know say for the politicians them, it look like saying a year around thing. But let we not do that. When we make an year-round thing, we they become distracted from the main issues. And I make boku politicians them, even now, because of that failed strategy there, then he always gets a disconnect with them people them. They disconnect, from them people them. And that's not something where, unfortunately, they're not able to learn. Because then they make the same mistake over and over. And then when election one come, then go to the people and begin campaign. But you don't need for campaign as hard if you do the right thing. You get connection with the people them. You address the people their issues. You don't need for campaign much at all. Because especially when you not the ruling administration, because you walk they speak volume. Instead of you go again, you engage in political rhetoric. And they say this, say that, say you don't need for do that. Just do the right job. So as a result of that, let we suspend all political talks, all political campaigning style, and concentrate on doing the work of the people. Let the people then get a better life. We get a call on the line. Let me take this call, and I go back to our comments them. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
Hey, CEO, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, my brother. How are you doing?
Okay.
Awesome.
I don't know why we all want for this particular report, because this report is tell we say SALONE and they do fine in terms of food security. You and I, or all day, I will not say government the feed policy. Either the past government, this government, and government coming next, they don't go feed you. Are they creating the environment? Is there food in the market? Those are the questions we have to ask. If the population of Freetown don't go to 2 million, what's the food production in Freetown?
My brother Cable jump in. I will give you time back
Okay.
because the call not the phone line not too busy, but I will give you time back. The way where you start you ask questions them we some people then go say just for emphasize rhetorical questions, but you talk about if government they give jobs. But when we read the report, I don't know if you just joined me, but
I'm not talking about job. I say is the environment.
Okay. Enabling. Sorry, the government they provide food. Sorry, my apologies. The government they provide food for in people them. But where we sort of read the report, then talk about the conditions them, the factors them were responsible for this situation, for this food insecurity. So the factors then the government.
What should be the focus discussion here. It's not about the factors. The factors. How can we have 2 million out of 7 million population jam-packed in Freetown? What is the productive level in Freetown? That's the question we have to ask.
Okay, but again, this law just do have a conversation, yeah, my brother. We not get any call.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can agree definitely or disagree, absolutely. And thank you so much for the respect. And when you say that the report not just limited to Freetown, they say all the districts. So the Freetown we want to emphasize. So waiting at the point of just emphasizing in Freetown. I'm able to understand who side you go with this.
Well, when you just take Freetown, look at Freetown is densely populated, and there's no land for people to involve in agriculture, even for plants, potato leaves and behind their houses there, which in return it will reduce cost of feeding now SALONE. Have we asked ourselves how many millions of Freetonians or people are packed in our Freetown? At least they need to do no productive activities so that can come and die meat. They go send up pieces. How that country will become productive? I don't know if you and I would blame government. I don't care what thing they happen. I don't care which government they empower. If Floridians are not ready for take care of the family by going into agricultural activities, if you're not educated, either you involve in middle whatever enterprises, there's no way we will overcome food security. Everybody needs to know that. You and I were there, even if you are not educated. But with the means and way, with the do for all jobs for low able feed family. But Americans want to go into those things. With the left at SALONE, Fulama come, he's not educated. If you begin make shoes with a provoker, the next day with the year, he don't become millionaire. He don't begin to take care of his family. Those are the things we need to tell the people. Then the people they call government argument into this thing.
All right. I think.
Ask yourself, how am I going to make myself useful? How am I going to take care of my family? Those are the questions you needs to ask. But you know, say, don't think you have no means for make ends meet. You rely on government. I don't care if Obama become president in our country. I don't care. Food security, perhaps food might be expensive because of the inflation, which everybody knows. But food have never angry not been around forever. I don't care. Those people that were angry last year, the population, they are still hungry. They're going to be hungry tomorrow. You need to speak to them. How are you going to change your situation around? Yes, sir.
Let people understand the point where you didn't make Naya, because I kind of a little bit lost. You talk about, say, oh well, you know, not to the factors, but wait, la pull one parable. One parable there where we grow up.
Mm-hmm.
They say everything gets sababu. Everything is sababu. What do you mean? There's a factor to any situation. You get causes, not cause and effect. So for say, oh no, you don't care about the factor and the paraphrasia. So not about the factors then. No, not the factors then. Now it cause this.
Mr. Cabo, look at Fulama where they can as SALONE. You know, be nobody. Let me I take an example as Fulama where they can as SALONE. You know, be nobody.
And anyway, lag you 1 more minute, let you wrap up. We got another caller on the line.
Okay, please. If we don't talk shit now politics will bring into everything. You go about Fulama where they come out Guinea, it can't follow, knows be nobody. But because it's determined for say it go make ends meet, it go into whatever activities for them make ends meet. How many Nigerians ready to do that? That's the question. Everything we want the government do for we, it's not going to be possible. It's not possible here. It's not going to be possible in Africa. Thank you, Mr. Cabo.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Thank you. God bless. Let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who say the call from, please?
Yeah, Mr. Cabo, good evening. This is Almami Mansare again.
Hello,
I
Mr.
I disagree with this brother completely. We just drop the line. We talk about agriculture and food security, waiting at the role of a government in it. Okay? That man can come out Guinea, can achieve everything, is fine. But the government gets a moral and sacred responsibility for assure food security for the people. And I mean, say the government go to make farm, go begin feed people and give them food now their host. Not to say it get for happen, but the government get for create the enabling environment. The government get for invest in agriculture. The government get for encourage people and for go into agriculture. We get a lot of youth them around. How can we give them incentive, engage them in agriculture? How can we create programs that will encourage people to go into agriculture that's way sustainable rather than not to that small farm no more where they make for feed themselves? And this not only in this government, even from previous governments then. I think from Shekad and say Green Revolution to Jankabakam say 2007 we go eat very full. Waiting at the structure where they in place for make we eat very full 2007. In all day, APC government have kind of focus more on the mining company then. So that the mining company they don't collapse. So if any government they don't focus on agriculture, I think say if we don't get hope say yes, we dey go towards food sustainability in this country. But the hope not there today, the hope not there tomorrow. That power where they na farm, where they making farm na upland and na that swamp, where harvest is sell for pay in picking and fee. By the time we remember, before they remember, say the harvest season done. They're not getting nothing for it again. First, then go begin eat other things there now. Let's say they not be even make farm. So we need a commercial agriculture where we go able to produce food and sell them at a cheaper level. I think that the government really need for focus on encourage people for go into farming. So we will become self-sufficient when it comes to food. We are in people go able to access food. People are go able to afford for buy them. But now the food is not even available. Now that point that the country they go to, so the food availability is not even available for make people and purchase them. So that's going to be a very serious problem. We go lead to a national security. Let God just deal with leaders them, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for handle this food issue. Because there is one thing with politics. You can make politics for all other things, development, anything you can make politics for now. But when it comes to the economy and food, that bread and butter issue, there is no politics, not a work day. Propaganda not work day, politics not a work day. Because when that man go home, it reflects in belly. When you go buy something, it reflects in pockets. So it's a very serious issue. Now that's number one say.
Absolutely, and I want to say, Boku Tenki, you really nail them, Mr. As always, and thank you so much. Let me go back, let's go to another caller. Thank you, my brother. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting on your name and who side they call from, please?
How you do this nature?
I did do well. Please, I might recognize the voice, but for the benefit of we other people, them, they are want for know who that you be and who say they call from, if possible, please.
Oh, this is Sama Parker of the
All
Great
right.
SLPP.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for we join we. And what do you take on this this statistics where we see as people like you say thinks them really tougher than a SALONE, but this report quantify them. So go ahead, please.
First of all, I'll tell you thank you for where they give people and the opportunity for really voice and concerns about what they go on in the country. Really appreciate you for do that. The thing is, we see a lot of things we are not really common for point fingers at the past regime of the APC. I know see you always most of the time they against of party issues on the programs. I understand that. Not to that we camper. The thing we will look at doing the 10.5 years of the APC was that they not actually invest in agriculture. We all know that. That not be a very, very big thing we can be lack of doing during the time in power. But now we don't see the president at this moment if they go all out for bringing investors in the country. But the thing also we like how can they on social media that can always try to advocate on behalf of the president or whatever they go on in the country. Food security now something we're not going to rely on foreign aid, China, or other places them for can feed with people. Are we going for work for food at table for young people then? But how we could able achieve that? And only if the government ready for put the right mechanism in place for invest in agriculture. The statistic where the World Food Program released, I watch them. They're not good for the country. They're not good. But we actually see like this regime just come in like a year and a half. Them problem had to be done in the country for a very, very long time. APC not be investing in agriculture at all. So the only thing I go end this call with, you don't see the I don't travel back, you gonna Russia, commodity, you don't gonna UAE. The biggest agricultural farm, or not the biggest agricultural company within UAE, Elite Agro, that company where the don't go meet right now, then they arrange for kind of some for able to invest in agriculture. We go employ thousands of people in that country there. And by the end of the first phase of that program, they go according to statistics and this geographical survey where they don't pull, it go produce. I mean, they say 1,000 metric ton of rice on the first phase of that project. So I think in a very, very good plan this way the president don't put on where we all as Leoneans for play for make it come true.
Okay, absolutely good point. And sorry for the interruption there. Because I don't be the sound the alarm, so if we don't pass away after 3 minutes, but because the phone lines don't be too busy, but now people don't know the phone line don't they kind of jam up now. So, but you make a great point, and I agree with you 100%. Say the previous administration, the APC administration, particularly under President Koroma, it not be invest enough. It not be invest enough for we be able enjoy the benefit of it now. Absolutely, I agree with you. But again, you make a point. You make another great point where you say this report is not good for SALONE. I like that side where you put so. It's not good for SALONE. We not say it's not good for APC or it's not good for SLPP. It's not good for SALONE. So because it's not good for SALONE, we need for put blame game or whatever it is aside and let the administration buck up. But again, after we don't take the calls them, that report the AGI district analysis, like the districts them, were really they struggle in terms of food sufficiency. So where we brought the talk about free tongue, we are unable to understand why the emphasis so much on free tongue. But thank you so much for what you call and great point. And we always they talk.
I also get a little concern or something we have want bring come to you. I don't know really how you do run your programs because you get a lot of people that we can come around on different topics. But I go on like sometimes I will give me information for make I go to come on here once in a while for I go to interact on what did happen at the country. I mean we all get that kind of like we don't forget that kind of opportunity for talk about what did happen. I mean
absolutely.
I don't know how I will able to give me information so I will able to partake on the program once in a while.
All right. Well. Now this platform. So just send email. Just inbox we general manager can check regularly, and then it will contact you and try for understand you areas them way you go want for how they bring you as a guest. Now we'll put particular program align you with that program day, but if not general issues them the GM go do and back accordingly and know whose program it will link you with, where we will invite you from time to time let you self able for contribute on the program, and we don't make them open now this platform. Say this platform now for every Sierra Leonean. If you get something, thank you. And if you get something where you want to share,
programs and they come online where they attack the government, this and that. But I mean, for the time being, I think say when they do a great job. I appreciate that.
And you now one of the success because all what you don't say so very relevant, and thank you for that contribution there. Unfortunately, yeah. Well, thank you so much, and let God bless. Have a good night, and stay tuned as we want for you from other people. Let we able to understand their own perspective. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Very
God
much.
bless.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, the person will be there on the line. It don't hang up, but we encourage you for let you call back, please. So in the meantime, I will continue for read the comments them, and then let we push the program go before. So Brother James, dear Abeg, we all now Sierra Leoneans. I see you and Brother Richard. They go back and forth, but please. Let we not take this thing personal. This now we country, and we all care for that country day. So let we find way, come together as Sierra Leoneans. Let we know say SALONE, it get boku problems them. From APCO, SLPPO, NPRCO, they disappoint Sierra Leoneans them. No question about that. So man go argue, say this party, well, the country passed down a party day. But the fact of the matter is, since independence, we're not able for NAC chess say yes, SALONE really don't independent from then thing them way you go say now the bread and butter issues. No. From independence, from 1961. Tato now, look, we still the big. We still they rely on loans. On aid. Just imagine. So clearly, SALONE not able to take off from independence. So we all are Sierra Leoneans. We all for concern. This is not a matter of party. This is not a matter of national issue. Let me take the call, and we're glad we don't get them back. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, listener.
I think you for reduce the volume on your set, please. So we'll not get the voice for reflect, please.
Okay, you get me?
Yes, that's better now. So what's your name, brother, and who say they call from, please?
My name is Raymond. I call from New York.
Great. Thank you so much, Brother Raymond. So go ahead. What's in your own contribution on this topic tonight as Sierra Leonean, please?
My own contribution tonight concerning this food crisis in SALONE and the country, I just been listening on this program, and I know say this food crisis been on the go on for a while because me no point finger on APCO or SLPP because this thing is on the airport. But what we don't see when you go to that country, they do in the NPRC, where I believe say them and do a great job, where the FAO, where I think food something, organization something, where not them in the go, and then village them, where them are making on plants and crops, and we harvest them, each other, they go, and then village them, the motocar, get them crops, and they cow them a free term, then cancel, and do that barter system, where it is very helpful. Internet will be come up, will be get sense, will be see, because they come in at Kabbalah born actually, because Kabbalah agriculture in those days they've been so good. But after then, we Kabbalah can take over now. To was and the school, I'm not being see short things like. Then they've been gone and the farmers are all been don't look relaxed because support no day because in those days they've been give farmers and seed. We like me where are they see people in the plant then carrots on at 3 months and they take. Then when English potatoes then wait at 3 months they take so then big then they get a fertilizer, harvest, cassava, all anything in day. You know where you see carrots will be helpful. So I don't believe say all and support them they to go back to the people then. You see, but me, if the government put effort and cow them materials, and people and hardworking people, frankly speaking, but the government just get to do something a little bit, come with them materials, Give them people in their district, and their village, and distribute them. Let this barter system come. When they don't plant, go take them food, which is a cow and a situation you can't sell, go back with the money, give them what you know for give them. When I begin that trade, and then make you see, engage everybody. You see, so me, the government still not them for come in and support them people there. Because like we know what's in the ground and we don't see how agriculture in the ground in that country today. We know people are not lazy. Even the young men are not lazy. But our government then for engage them, and I believe that this government they don't begin now, but at least they get for put more effort because I do follow up. I see some few people in the plant trees, all that thing, and yes, it's good, but they for do more. They for do more for me to go for away from this food crisis. So now my contribution towards that.
All right. Oh, my brother, thank you so much. Great contribution. Except that I don't know about the subsistence farming, for go back to that. But clearly, people in Cable do them in a smaller scale. But we need for do way more than that, and even to some extent be able for export them. So we were able to use some of the proceeds then they for push the country go before, for buy other things them where the country go need. So we need way more than that. But that's like how you say no more now a first good step, a good first step. But thank you so much for that that brilliant contribution there. Thank you, my brother. God bless.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you. And now stay off, stay tuned, and let we hear from other person, and as we read the comments them, because we get about 26 minutes for end the program. Thank you, brother. Stay tuned.
Okay, sir. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye. All right, Fambulem, before we take a quick break, I just want to go one we brother ask me question, and I just want, because now this platform we need to dodge any question at all, me Fambulem. So I want to answer this question. So I will read the question and the comment. Brother Fred Johnson say, Mr. CEO, your analysis makes sense according to recent statistics. However, and hypothetically speaking, I would like to put you in the position of President Bill, and please give me some examples you believe would help resolve poverty in Sierra Leone. Wonderful. And you know, this again, I want to make a disclaimer here. I don't get all the answer. I don't get magic bullet. But given me the job, the experience and stuff like that way, over the years I don't gain. And where I look, because the nature of my job, I play with Boku numbers them around the world, and put the analysis then they together, comparison, and do projection. I even forecast, you know. So where I look at waiting they go on now the developed countries, the scheme them where they can engage in and things like that. Plenty time we cannot educate Naya, but what we leaders then go back, they in essence allow politics for blind them, and even the one that we don't educate Naya, they try for implement the policies them or the system, the kind of practices them, whether improve them place here. Rather, they shift the attention for their power and just consider or concern about the young position. And that's now one of the problems. Repeatedly, and I believe say we get brilliant people in this administration, but repeatedly I don't make them. So President BOA he come, he talk about student loan. Say he go make a scheme where they then go provide student loan for students, then like how did they do now? So then go able for take loan, and you know, as long as you brilliant, they pass you your exam from one stage to the other, you go get loan, because they want let the sky be your limit. Let finances like how we are, because myself be take student loan where I go up to graduate level and stuff like that. So myself be take student loan and help me big time. Because me daddy not there alive again for say, oh, I go there, I did salon, they send money for me. No. So if not to be student loan and not for be able to get this level of education. So that's absolutely awesome. But the fact of the matter is, where it comes to implementation, they put politics. So because of the politics we then can put into the implementation phase, then it make it become so much ineffective, and it even cost more than the way it be there before. So let's answer the question to the best of my ability or knowledge. Now, yeah, we'll talk about different, they call them incentives. You get people there right now, they get land, but that land there is so vast, they're not able to get tractor for ply the land, for make the land and stuff, so then go plant. And if they plant big place, they don't get money for buy for hire tractor or whatever it is for even cultivate the land. So previously, wetin SLPMB they do, if they go to the remote areas, then like people and they really plant big and then come at a particular time, come na a certain area and then sell SLPMB. SLPMB now do all the market, the processing, finally, and then market them out and create foreign exchange. The same IF conditionality. Say, oh, government of for engage in that. Now, it create unfair play for the international people them we want for invest in agriculture, or where it make other people them not able to compete because the government they subsidize and put on per SLPMB for like go before. So the same IMF, but yeah, we they see they subsidize. So okay, let me push IMF aside. So that similar idea where the president get about that student loan, it can able use that idea there for like the people and the farmers them we really the people that we really want for go back upline for go engage in farming. Let him make a scheme and say, you will not harvest, like you see, like the starting, not to say they help people from scratch, but the people them where they just need a little bit of push. You find a way how you they reach them people and then the government, if not small loan them people they need for maybe hire tractor for make them land the place and all that, let them able get access to that money there. So what in the government they do now, the government they be a guarantor for them loan them they with the bank. So the government, like where SALONE go say, the government go stand short as shorty. So when them people lend, they take the money from the bank, and the government they guarantee their loan then they. And in the end, the government can even help the people and say within 6 months or 1 year, we go to pay the interest for you on the loan. Till when you don't settle, and you don't get you don't settle, you land on, you don't cultivate and all that stuff, then you begin pay the loan now with interest. So that break where they give them people and remember, we all know so not going to run by government. So if government, you trust the government, like when you to us you student loan, you not pay. But guess what? Government they know say you they work. You can get boku way for track you. And when they track you, they go directly to your employer. If you really don't be behind for too long, and ask your employer, say, let them they cut small part, a particular portion of your salary, send them to you, and the other part, then send them to the government because you owe the government. Then get that power there through the parliament. So we can able do all them thing and they government can able go after them people and they way not way trust money and not able to pay back. The government can go there and realize and try to talk to them if indeed genuinely now business not go right. Government can able talk to the bank, and remember, not get for be all the farmers them for let things go wrong. So it's cheaper for do this than the government want for do everything. And look, for example, President Bio, they focus too heavily on international investors and forget for concentrate on the own people them. We young Sierra Leoneans them. And that's now one of the things them, in my opinion, it's a mistake. You get Sierra Leoneans them, put the incentives in place. So even with business people them, you can able foresee, okay, people that we don't start them business, but then just need for expand. You can able stand on their behalf as guarantor. So where that initial time you they pay the interest in their loan day, where you they negotiate, because the reason, one of the reasons we make interest key higher per loan now because of what they call the risk associated with the loan. Where the bank go take and say, you know what, sometimes this person will come again for pay. So the higher the risk, the more the interest rates they be. But if the government come in, that risk there, the government don't minimize the risk where the bank go take. So as a result of that, with government involvement for guaranteed loans then the government go able to get a better interest rate with the banks. So all the one day, now incentives where you're able to concentrate and give people them the right incentive, not to just say foreigners them. No, we success. If you give them the right incentive, SALONE population small. Really, really small. So you look at 7 point something million for the entire country. My brothers and sisters. But in my opinion though, I feel say President Bio, they focus too heavily and it cost the government, I go use the word loosely, unnecessarily high money. Because the cost with the in the travel here and stuff, since it come, you dey travel, you say you go meet with this investor, that investor and stuff. But we get diplomats them, we get ambassadors them, where then they closer to the areas they are where they go. So why you don't go able to coordinate that? So and then focus on initiatives within the country. And even you get boku Sierra Leoneans there in the diaspora, where if the right incentive there, then go able go hire people them and then work certain place them. So all this to me now way for solve this issue. And again, it's not going to be a magic bullet. But I strongly believe say that they go stimulate the economy faster. Because now so it happen now. I will give you an example. Where the that financial crisis, where that during that recession, 2007 and 2008, within that period there, where they say the financial market crash and all that stuff then and boku people them, they lost their mortgages them, particularly in the US. So they're not able because of job not and stuff. What did the government do? So the government, it kind of put so much money, then bail the banks them. So it's, the government say, okay, well, you know what? Because of una don't lost so much per them mortgages here, if we left una so, the country will continue for struggle. So what did they do? They say, okay, well, we they buy the mortgages then they and hold them for certain period. So that money they will they buy the mortgages then they una go use that money they and begin lend that money they to people them we want for take loan. So you see how they restart the engine. So then they stimulate the economy of the US. And then they get what and call again quantitative easing, where the federal, the Fed, what they do for pump more money, for encourage the banks them. It expand what they call in balance sheet. Just for like credit begin. So credit, and that's make you find out, say, plenty time, if you get good job now, you maintain your credit, you know, they have nice cars, where you don't even get cash for buy. Where if you say you they save that money, it go take you almost forever for save that money there for buy a nice car. But because of the credit situation, they're set up in a way that you go able for go trust that money there and then buy what you want, and they pay for a small. Then get all their skin then they. And something in the US, then get a rebate on mortgages, just for give people and the incentive for let them go able buy their house very quickly. So all that thing and it happen here. Then we now, and that's make us say, you know, people and go say, oh, I hate IMF and stuff. No, but IMF, they restrict we from doing boku things. So now that make Dande for be SALONE and Africa mission for come off from the IMF. Let we find a way for strengthening we economies them in a way that the foreigners them, the people that when are non-Africans, then go able buy the government bond. And that way the government go use that money there now and pay small interest rate because of them stable. But because of we then see we like say, you know what? Most times, plenty countries in Africa, they spend more than the revenue where they come in. So if they do that continuously, people then go afraid for buy you treasury, for trust you indirectly. Then go afraid because you they closer to default, where you not able for manage your finances well. So my brother, I hope say that they answer your question. But me as somebody where I really believe for empower the people them. Let we not wait for foreigners. If we don't empower the people them, the economy they go back. The government try for guarantee then loans them they to Sierra Leoneans them. Why una feel say Lebanese them? You go see poor Lebanese. And by the way, we were there abroad, we all they see them. Where you and Lebanese they rub skin and stuff, you say hi back. Whereas SALONE now, then they feel for some reason superior than the average Sierra Leonean. Because then gets that kind of system there. Where poor Lebanese go na SALONE, the community of Lebanese them, the Lebanese community, then they take loan for that person there, now the bank. Then stand as guarantor. And give that person, they open a shop and they pay small. By the time you know it, they don't pay in debt, they don't get in shop, and it don't prosper. So now they scheme that. But rather than the governments, they always, foreign investors. If we begin, we restart the economic engine as SALONE, where America, Canada, for the most part, economic activities, it starts from the small businesses. So why we self not go start them? But rather we want that magic bullet. A foreign investor we go can spend millions and millions. No, starting small. And it not go cost too much. And that way you not go even need people them way able afford for pay school fee for them picking them. So you see how it go even save the government, and that money there where they pay school fees and all that, you push them to something else and expand other programs. So my brother, if na solutions, and like I say, Mickey always gives solutions na this platform. So boku ways then they. We just need for see waiting they work na them place here. We try them. Some go work, some not go work. But let we try them. But for say we not try them and we just feel say the magic answer to SALONE problem now foreign investors. But where Ebola come, they all know on. We brothers and sisters then they. So if not them begets them jobs then they. Probably then go just lock them shop 1 or 2 days and open back and stuff like that and go back na job and whatnot. But the foreign investors they all bail out. Then we rely heavily on them. I want to let una know, say them people and they go salon because they love salon. No. They go salon for make money. For let them multiply their money, their wealth. So you forget the environment. No matter how President Pio go abroad, he talk to them and stuff, they must they must do their own research. So if you don't get the environment, the enabling environment, they're not gonna come. So that enabling environment, let the Sierra Leoneans, then the home base and the foreign base, let us self begin enjoy their opportunities, then the enabling environment. But today, me and you two are Sierra Leoneans. If we go for license, for do something and whatnot, then go turn you go pass here, sit down there, this, that. But foreigner come, oh my goodness, oh now the pie want see and waiting and can go straight to the pie. So now enabling environment that for Sierra Leoneans them, and then we want foreigners there. We want foreign investors. So I go tap there and we get about 4 minutes. So let's go through the comments very quickly. And I hope I know say that that answer there is very lengthy, but I just want to address that as Sierra Leonean. Say we get not just because of they're so focused on politics, blame game, this, that. So not just for see what you go do, we go make a quick political score. And sometimes can be the wrong thing. Let me take the last call and then we go wrap up, please. VOS Network. Hello caller, waiting on your name and who say the call from, please. Hello caller, waiting on your name and who say the call from? All right, it's Alex say we lost that call there. All right, one for say boku thank you to Shabri. Kamara say Chief, you're right. I'm just going through the report, the IMF International Monetary Fund led by Karen Ogley visited Sierra Leone during September 18 to 24. Stated on the report, the economy remained very challenging. Thank you for that support. But Asuma say exactly no politics on food and security business. Each and every Sierra Leonean is responsible, but the honors lies with the government of the day. Brother James, they said both parties are the same foolish people they call themselves. Brother James, I know say you're to am tonight, but they are not for go slow. Sister Kisha Fofana, thank you so much for joining me and say talking about it, but not taking action doesn't make a difference. It's a waste of time. Stop turning the right leaders down, then things will get better for our country. Absolutely. Put the right people there and we go see progress. Thank you so much. Kevin Conte says Salone from 1961 to today. We now know whose side we belong. Until we root out the criminal politicians, them, Salone go always they bien. I agree with you, brother. But again, the politicians then are we brothers them, remember? But we just need to make them see things beyond politics, rather than just every time now for score political point. Cheap one for that matter. Kanko Masaye, thank you so much, Sister Kanko. And for where you join we, and it's a food agricultural organization. And Madam Bendu, thank you so much. It's a mechanized farming is what we need to able to feed our people. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And one for say special thank you to your own sister, where now once VOS Diva, Madam Zainab Bangura. Thank you so much, Auntie Z, for we join we. Me not used to Auntie Zio, even though people in they say Auntie Z, na Americanish kind of way, but me not used to them. But thank you so much, Auntie Z, for we join we. And Almami Kanu, thank you so much for we join we. And Angela Aminata Sori Kamara, thank you. And Brother Fofana, they say the NPRC could have been the best government in Sierra Leone, but who interpreted and disorganized the entire system or idea is the greedy people. All right. Again, on our see 5 ways to improve global food security. Thank you so much, Madam Martha, Janet Martha Musa, for where you share that. Absolutely, thank you. And Samba, thank you so much. You say, Matilda, I totally agree with you. But we saw the rapid and aggressive response former President Kaba initiated when he took office. I personally think that EBK APC administration followed on that trend, we wouldn't be in this current situation. Thanks. Okay. God bless His Excellency has taken this issue very seriously. Okay, Mr. CEO, you armor it well. Okay, thank you. Well, I want to tell you plenty thank you. Madam Bendu say, Mr. CEO, the president don't believe in his own people. We have to make him believe that Sierra Leoneans love Sierra Leone more than any foreign investor. 100% agree with you, sister. And again, Mr. Lassen, I'll get one program where he talk about, we hate ourselves, inferiority complex. I'm not going to say President Bill hates Sierra Leoneans there. Absolutely not. But for some reason, I not to understand why the consistent emphasis on foreign investors them and not find ways them. Beaucoup Sierra Leoneans still they complain about Wataki. Beaucoup Sierra Leoneans then still they complain, say they want for do business, but anytime they try for fend paper and stuff, then get hold up and stuff. All their issues then they try for tackle them and see whose side that they take you. Stay home, tackle the issues. Let your ambassadors then do the most of the work outside. But you, they go all the time. They cost so much money for the country and they will focus on initiative. You just believe, say no more. Now, this only path for make Sierra Leone better. But guess what? We they go so much into debt with this kind assertion. So to me, I think it gets plenty more time. Let it evaluate his strategy and then come back and at least try for say, okay, well, you know what? I don't do this. Let we begin seeing now the dividend. And if at all, create the enabling environment as we see all the issues then, like the factors the way this report put out, President Bill, it got difficult for let foreigners then come to that country there, because they're not stupid. And the foreigners, they want for get profit. So if they don't see anything profitable, they not go come. Then you don't need forget degree for know that. Every businessman want profit. So when they come, they want to make sure say they're able to get profit. So that's not my advice. But before I go fumble them, like I don't say time don't bet we, but like I read the part where they describe the districts. So the district level analysis where the report give. So we go able to understand, say, this not a free tongue no more. This not to APC people no more. This not to SLP people no more. This not to NGC people no more. This not to C4C people no more. This not to party people no more. It affect plenty people in the country, regardless of their affiliation. Let I read to una very quickly the district level analysis as una they see na the board right now. Among the districts, Bond district recorded the highest prevalence of food insecurity. That means, brother, when they talk about free tongue, this na the province. Among the districts, I will read that again. Among the districts, Bond district recorded the highest prevalence of food insecurity, 75.5%, likely as a result of challenging physical access that impeded inflow of food commodities, heavy rainfall that damaged crops, and constrained engagement in the main livelihood of fishing, in addition to a pest infestation of the staple in this area, cassava. Leone district also registered high rates of food insecurity, 7.6%, likely caused by limited access due to poor road conditions, lower than average yields of the primary cash crop, cocoa, and limited market opportunities, reducing household incomes to purchase food. In addition to indirect impact of the economic downturn in Liberia, which reduced cross-border trade. In Tonkolili district, 68.6%, high rates of food insecurity are likely a result of the reduction in agricultural activities in the district due to increased utilization of agricultural land for mining activities. Food insecurity was also high in Koinadugu district, 65.3%, representing a chronic problem of very poor accessibility during the rainy season as a result of the deplorable road conditions that characterize this district. So Leone, I don't see that. That may bother where they talk about, oh no, the factors them, not to them are the factors. So each district where the report talk about, the report highlight the factors them were responsible. And in addition to the macro conditions them, then talk about roads back. So that is something we will think about. And on a member where I talk about what they call ready market, where you will give the farmers them incentive. Say if I go trust money, say make farm, big farm, where I harvest, I go get somebody with the balm. I don't need the road them bad, and I don't need for pay so much for care and go. Now them big tongue them, then go come now certain area, and then I just find ways for bring them. And some of them people and they can even tote them thing and they by foot at times. Then go don't come put them a few days before the truck where force them SLPMB before the truck can take them and give them the money. We don't get that market again, that ready market where people then go work so hard and believe say because they think they can perish, then they rotten. So if somebody make, let's say, mango, for example, and get so much, by the time you remember, the mango don't rot. Like we get all the perishable items then they. So if you know, say, where it on time for cultivate, you just need for maybe pay people them, let them make them fast, but you know, say, where you bring and come somewhere, you then go pay you. We don't get the markets then they. All them thing and they now areas that we'll go look into. But unfortunately, until we try for Fenway, how will they get IMF off we back? Some of them go still be challenging. So me fambulem, I want to say boku thank you to now always join me tonight, and particular thank you to all the people and the VOS family members them. And remember, VOS now for we all. Now we all Leone. Now we all want to put SALONE together and let SALONE better. And let SALONE, I don't know what in Tolombo mean, but let SALONE push go in the other direction. And the direction of not to be now forward. Let we go forward. And let it be the right direction. And like I say, me not care about whether you knew or not, but as long as you're going to the right direction, that's every Sierra Leonean care about. But me famble them, we don't come to the end of the program tonight. I want to say boku thank you again to una we join we, and let God bless una with una family. Let God bless let God bless the president with the family and in cabinet. Let God direct them in the right direction. Let God make, as we talk so, let them listen to Sierra Leoneans them. Let them listen to them. Let them know, say, Sierra Leoneans them, they struggle. And look, in village, in district we come on, So for tell we say, this not come by politics, this not come by party, Bond district, then get the highest number of people that way not get good, sufficient food. The highest. So, and this now the president in hometown. So this not to say I want blame the president, no. But I just they try for tell we Sierra Leoneans then say, we believe say you forget party color or party art every day. No. This let me think about Sierra Leone. Because when it come to like then kind tear, hunger, in the peak, it will affect whether you support or not the current administration. But nevertheless, let we continue forgive the president and in team, because Sierra Leoneans they don't choose them for let it lead we through this time thick or thin, okay? And we all believe say, and it's supposed for be so. If for day let God make a get well body, a able champion salon business Tego 2023, and let Sierra Leoneans then decide whether they want for let continue or find somebody else. But we want for let it go that they let reach that finish line there with well body and long life, because it don't serve a country and it deserve a special respect and a special honor. So yes, some people can disagree with him policies them. That's not fair game. But the fact of the matter is, and again, no doubt, President Bio elect the country like any Sierra Leonean. So maybe the direction, the way we in believe say it will solve issues. Some of we will probably disagree with them process today. But nevertheless, now the president, so Lord pray for him, and the people them also we supposed for responsible for make laws them, and for all the president and in team accountable. When a parliament, Lord pray for them as well. Let them think SALONE force. And the judiciary, when are the judges, let God make them put SALONE force. Because if justice not there, peace not go there. So we want peace in that country there, and as a result, we go urge them for they always try for champion justice in that country there. And above all, we only get one place where we for call mama, where we for call home. And that place there, no other place but Mama Salone. So dear, let we continue for pray for Mama Salone, and let we continue for see that country there. It continue, because for me, even though we're in the darkest city, I born and raised in Freetown, guess what? I be they gone na that blackout day, and they even buck me foot. And I don't grow up with. But at the end of the day, we still they miss SALONE. We still believe say that place where we not go able for compare day in terms of waiting we don't go through, waiting we don't see. I mean the good way. All right. Until Monday, if everything goes well, we go get Mr. Abdoulaye Bete na this platform, and for let we do part 2 of the program, the interview we do on Monday. So we'll talk about plenty things then, but the focus will be the socio-economic conditions of SALONE. So maybe we'll go touch on some of them things here, but I want to let una know say una go able for calling, and some of we viewers them then challenge say that the previous administration I know set the pace for like it easier for the president and the SALONE people them. So some people then go agree with it, and some people then go kind of say, oh well, not so fast. But either way, we know say SALONE we get a long way for go. So let we be patient, but at the same time, that we all we leaders them, we're supposed for make a turnaround, because of that President BOC. I still remember, if I can paraphrase, where during the election, the presidential debate, where Dr. Samura, they talk about what APC don't do and emphasize so much on roads. Waiting President Bio say, it say not to the people and they eat. So the people them for care about the bread. Former finance minister and I would say president. Samura Kamara, Dr. Samura Kamara. During that time, waiting President Pio tell him. They say no, not to infrastructure. People and they eat. People and need the bread and butter. So for talk about the bread and butter issue, if it come, we go address that. So now it don't come. So we need for remind them almost every day about that pledge day. And I strongly believe, I still go back to that song. Tolongbo no go sidoya angry bokuo. If we not check closely, that song they be so popular and it make people aware, say angry boku. So now we no need for go back to that kind of level they say angry boku again. Like how some people say angry be don't always stay. Yes, it go always stay, but let it not worse. So let we see improvement, not a deterioration, like what in the report say. So fambul them, I go end there, and me will bring the program tonight. Now Abdul Karim Kagbo, the founder and CEO of VOS Network, they say, let God bless Una and Una family, and let God bless Mama Salone. And until Monday again, where I will come with another segment of Salone issues, I they say, Tata.
You can be my brother. You can be my friend. Have you been looking for a place to get quality education but don't know how or where? Canadian College of Modern Technology, situated at 1 Silicon Hills, Mile 91, opposite former Camp Charlie, is the right place for you. Canadian College of Modern Technology, an affiliate of Jala University, is a fully accredited college with a Tertiary Education Commission, TEC, and the National Commission for Technical, Vocational, and Other Academic Awards, NCTVA. We provide world-class tertiary education in computer science, business administration, mass communication, business information technology, Microsoft Server Administration, networking, database administration, building and construction, and other professional courses. Apart from its conducive environment, which makes it suitable for learning, Canadian College of Modern Technology is proud of its experienced local and international staffs. Come and experience a transformational learning environment, fully equipped with CCTV cameras, a world-class electronic library with the latest iMac computers for collaborative learning and research, and access to high-speed internet service throughout the campus. And guess what? Canadian College of Modern Technology is the first college in Sierra Leone to operate the first educational purpose-only television and radio station for its mass communication students. Come and be part of this historic experience. We have reserved a space for you. You want to know more? CCMC provides 24 hours electricity from a solar harvest power supply system with a backup generator. This highly secure campus also have a canteen, students' hostels with clean pipe-borne water. Canadian College offers many more amenities for our students to help make learning a good experience. For more information, contact us on these numbers: 079-630-407 or 099-140-208. If you want to succeed, Canadian College will exceed your expectations. Canadian College of Modern Technology, a place where career begins.
Cotton Tree Pharmacy is your new trusted provider of pharmacy services in Sierra Leone. You can count on Cotton Tree Pharmacy for genuine quality brand name and generic medicines. Guaranteed refills for prescriptions issued by doctors in Sierra Leone or abroad. Door-to-door medication delivery service in Freetown and beyond. Free health education. Have you heard about our Diaspora Medicine Connect? With Cotton Tree Pharmacy's Diaspora Medicine Connect, anyone can pay for your prescription online. Bring your prescription to 17 Pademba Road. Collect an invoice. Send your invoice to your sponsor in the diaspora. Your sponsor pays for your prescription online. We deliver your medication to you. For quality prescription and medications, visit Cotton Tree Pharmacy at 17 Pademba Road in Freetown. Have questions? Call our pharmacist on WhatsApp at 030-611-664 or visit our website at www.cottontreepharmacy.com. CottonTreeMedicalGroup.com. Come to Cotton Tree Pharmacy. We are ready to fill your next prescription.